So we are on our way home to Vegas, but we're in Salt Lake right now. We're going to check out a couple savers here. This is a good savers, isn't it, Dawn?
I like this one.
I like this one. Check out the mountains. Absolutely beautiful. We're up in like the Cottonwood Heights area of Salt Lake. This one's been good to us in the past, so we're going to see what we can find. First off, this is a pretty cool idea for Thomas Kinkade and Disney's Tangled to do the light scene like that, the artist of light. But I'm not buying puzzles, guys. I stay away from any puzzle that's open. I don't want to count the pieces. I just have no interest. Popcorn bucket, guys. These can sell pretty decently. This one's $5.99. It's broke. It would go for about $20. I'm actually going to give it to a family member who collects it. Oogie boogie. There are a lot of brands of toy dinosaurs that sell well online. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World sell really well. Carnegie, Schleich, Imperial. There's lots of other brands as well. Safari's another one. This had a couple too many generic ones in it to be worth it for the bag. There was one Jurassic World figure. Just wasn't enough meat on the bone, unfortunately. I thought that was an 80s monster truck toy for a second, but unfortunately, kind of just a cheap modern one. These vintage 1980s Sesame Street toys like this Big Bird can be worth an okay amount of money. There might have been enough in here to be worth picking up, but it was just too close. Too many Burger King and McDonald's and Happy Meal toys, so I passed. This is nice, a really nice Nike New York Mets shirt, or jacket rather, full zip. $14.99 is a little too much though. I've seen them going as low as about $20 plus shipping. Just too much leeway for me to want to go buy that. I almost dropped that, but I didn't. This was a nice looking Hawaiian flamingo shirt. The tag looked old. It was actually fairly new. They wanted a lot, $15. New with the tag. Unfortunately, wasn't going for much more than that online, so I had to pass. We're going to take a look at some of the hats in the hat section. Not the largest hat section in the area, unfortunately. I love the A's, my favorite team. Spring training 2016. Couldn't find anything on it. The sweatband wear was a little too much for me, so I decided to put it back. Might have been able to make a few dollars. I just didn't like that stain on it, and I wasn't sure if I could get it off. This was interesting, but I'm not 100% sure if it's generic Ed Sheeran merch or not, because there's no tags on it. There's a few of them online. They weren't asking that much either. I'm going to pick this up for Dawn. That's her name, Dawn, spelled correctly. So I'm going to pick that up, see if she likes it. Fancy seeing a Las Vegas Golden Knights hat here in Utah. That was nice. I probably would have picked it up, but it had some damage. Some of the glitter was damaged there. A nice looking snapback overall. Just didn't want to get it with that issue. You got to be careful with hats like this. This looks like an OKC Thunder's NBA basketball hat. It's the same colorway, but it's just a generic Oklahoma hat they made to look similar so that you'd buy it. It's not going to resell for much, unfortunately. See if we can't find any other hats. Dawn has a cart full of stuff. Let's see what she's found so far. She's giving this to me. She said, I needed this. It's the Top Gun bear. I love Top Gun. So I'm going to show her the hat, see if she likes it. She wears hats sometimes. I like when she wears hats, so hopefully she'll like this. It's cool. She seems happy with it. I think we're going to get them both and keep them ourselves. We don't do that enough. We honestly don't do that enough. Next up, she's got this towel, I believe it is. Is this a towel or a throw? Five Nights at Freddy. I think it's a throw. That's great. That's going to go in our auction, which is going to be 5:30 on Tuesday, p.m. Pacific Standard Time, our Utah Finds auction. So come join us, guys. We'd love to have you there. This is cool. This is, we weren't sure at first what this was until you did some closer inspection. It said something about Odd, and then there is a show called Fairly Odd Parents, I think from the 90s. This was a little bit rare. Dawn's going to find out some information in a second on her phone about that, so we're definitely going to pick that up. I think it was only $3. See if I can't find any other hats. Doesn't look like I'm going to have much luck in the hat section today. That Seahawks hat just wasn't that great. Somebody's asking $59.97 on a similar towel. Okay, we are at another Savers now. We're in like West Salt Lake, right?
What?
Where are we exactly?
114.
114th. This is a nice fancy Savers. We're going to see if we can have some luck here. I found some good toys here in the past.
Yeah, we have.
I've definitely found several good bags of toys, so we'll see what we do. Being a kid of the 80s, there's just no way I'm going to pack up a bag that has an original Raphael, my favorite Ninja Turtle, in it. That's worth the price of the bag and a little bit more. There's also some Paw Patrol lots and other figure lots we can make out of that. I won't make a ton, but I'm not passing it up. I'm buying it. I'm not leaving that on the shelf. Too cool. Can see if we can't have any other luck. I was checking the bottom to see if I'd luck out, and maybe it was a treasure hunt or a super treasure hunt Hot Wheel. Look out for those guys. You're going to see little marks on the bottom typically of the car when you're looking at the carded cars like that. See if we can't find anything in here. All of the Savers that we've been going to today. Just haven't had that many toys in there, unfortunately. I think they're moving stuff out for the holidays or something. I'm not sure what. This Sturgis shirt is pretty cool. I saw it. It was at the end of the rack, which is nice, but $9.49 is far too much for it. I mean, I imagine that might go for 20, maybe a little more, but at $9.49, I'm just going to pass. I don't want to spend that much on a single shirt, especially, as you know, I've been going to the bins a lot lately. It just doesn't make sense to spend that kind of money on a shirt when I can get it much, much, much cheaper, or something similar for much cheaper. Gonna see if we can't find some luck here in the sporting wear section. Russ Wilson, he's not having a great year with the Broncos. I'm not sure how many fans he has left in Seattle, so paying $25 for his jersey isn't probably a good idea right now. This is some great camera work. I'm just gonna leave it in here for a sec. That was not a great stop, honestly. Not much of anything, and the little there was overpriced. We're going to hit up one more, guys. We're going to hit one more before we start heading down to Vegas. I think we can find something good. We just got to hit one more. This definitely reminds me of thrifting, picking across America. Totally full back seat. That's what we do. So I just walked out of the car. I hit my head on the door frame of the car, and then I just dropped my phone, not like lightly, aggressively into another car. Like I knocked it down full speed. But this iPhone's a Pro. I got a case on it, and it's doing its job. We're at another Savers. Wish us luck, guys. I'm a little tempted by this Disneyland hat, but $3.99 is a little pricey. Unless it's something I really want, like a vintage sports hat or a vintage Disneyland hat. It's modern. I mean, I probably could get 10 or 15 on eBay. I'd throw it through Whatnot and get about the same amount as what I pay, $4. So it's just not gonna be something that I'm gonna pick today. I don't need it. We got plenty of good stuff. I'm not seeing much in the hat section, unfortunately, today. Here we go. Again, toys. Completely dismantled. Usually there's 3-4 times as many toys. It looks like they're packing everything up. If you guys know what's happening and they're shipping it out, I think that's what they're doing. Maybe to charity, I'm not sure, but that was the third Savers in a row today that was not very good. All the aisles are packed with like
boxes.
Pallets that they're, I guess, getting rid of, maybe?
I think they're shipping them out.
Shipping them out or something. Here's what you can learn from this thrift trip today. Go to the bins. If you have a Goodwill bins near you guys, I mean, there was a lot of good brands I was finding. The prices were just not good at all. Speaking of bins, my first bins video from this trip will come out tomorrow. I'm going to do one a week for the next month or so. We got a lot of footage. We found a lot of good stuff at the bins.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if they're open on Sunday, but we don't have time to stop today. But go to the bins, guys. There'll be a bin video out tomorrow, which I'm super excited for. We have a lot of good finds in that. And we have a lot of good finds in all the ones we're going to be producing. So stay tuned for that, guys. Do I look tired, guys? I am tired. I got back here, and about 45 minutes later, we had to do the Trash to Cash podcast, which I love doing. It's a privilege and a pleasure to do the podcast. One of my favorite things to do all week. And then afterwards, I had to do all the voiceover for this. So if I fumble on some words today on my voiceover, please be patient with me. I was tired. I am tired, but I'm excited for this upcoming week of videos. I'm going to be able to really sit down and edit. When we're on the fly traveling like that, it's kind of fun to see what we're doing day to day. It's just difficult to make the edits as clean and cool as I want them to be. So check out the video tomorrow. It's going to be a bins video. I'm excited about it. Appreciate you guys.